Welcome to the 15,000th studio tour that I've posted in the past couple of weeks. Okay, it's only the second, but I feel like it's too soon to have another studio tour. I literally just did my studio makeover, and originally the final walkthrough was going to be part of that video, but it ended up being like 8 minutes of footage even after I cut it down, and it made my last video over 30 minutes, and that was just a little bit too long for my liking, so I decided I would take that part out and make it its own video. So I promise this is going to be the last studio tour that I post for a while, so enjoy it while it lasts. Okay, we're gonna do a quick tour of the completed studio. It looks really good. It's been a couple of days. I just finished settling in. I think the space looks great. This side is not, don't look at it. It's not done. I decided that I wouldn't take more space than the cutoff from when you walk in the door. So when you walk into the room from the hallway, I decided my studio would cut off, I guess, mid doorway. And then this side of the room is gonna be for my brother's stuff. So he's gonna have his workout equipment. This couch is gonna be gone as soon as my mom sells it. This small space in my basement is not gonna be mine. And then we have my studio. So let's start over here. I have my painting cart. So let's start with the bins. So in these little containers that I hang off of the side, in here I have my paintbrushes, and in here I have tools that are not paintbrushes but I use for painting. So like palette knives, sponges, there's a Posca paint marker, there's some charcoal pencils. I also have in another container down here, I have a hairdryer. And then on the top layer, I have my palette that's sitting on a piece of glass that I took from a picture frame. And then under here, I just have extra palettes because I don't want to waste any space. I'm using that for storage. Then I have my water containers and my rag. These are the stuff that I use most often while I'm painting and that I would need to grab regularly. So I'm having them at the top where they're easiest to grab. And then under here, I have more tools that are used for painting. So I have my masking tapes. I have Q-tips that I use a lot in my paintings. I have varnish that I use after I finish my paintings, and then a color wheel. And then I have my paints in a box right here. And then on the last layer, I have extra sponges, extra water containers, and extra paints and extra paintbrushes underneath the paints because I don't grab for this stuff very often. And then the stuff that I grab for more often is going to be on the top too. And then I have a comfortable carpet for me to stand on while I'm painting, and my easel with, right now I just have a board, like a white board on it, because I needed somewhere to put it. And I honestly might leave that underneath if I'm painting a smaller canvas. And I also have a tarp on the ground, so if paint falls on the ground, there's something to catch it and it won't go on the floors where I'm gonna have to scrape it and just spend the time cleaning it. Taking a step back from my easel and my cart, above all that, I have my top-down setup, so I can attach my camera right here and get a straight like top-down view of my painting. And then right behind this area, I have my box lighting. It's gonna be permanently set up like this because whenever I have to do my painting videos, they're already pointed down. And then whenever I have to do my intros, I sit at my desk and I just turn the tops of the lighting and it catches me fine over there. And then I just have my tripod with my camera on top. So if I need to make an intro, my tripod is already set up to film me in that direction. And when I need to make my painting videos, I just remove my camera and put it here. So then moving into my studio, on this side, I have just blank canvases that I can grab and use. This storage unit, I'm not really happy with the way it's organized, but I don't have very much space. I'm gonna get a second unit eventually, but for right now, it's set up where all of my already finished paintings are in this area. You can't really see because they're kind of covered up. So behind this big painting, I have more little canvases. Behind here, I have my portfolio that I used for college. I'm not gonna take that out because I don't want to move my entire storage unit. I also have used sketchbooks and empty sketchbooks, so for when I want to grab a new one, I can grab from here, and also notebooks that are used and unused. Then I have, so all my diamond painting stuff is in here. I just needed a place to put it, so I decided to put it there. And then I have art that I'm working on currently and projects that I'm working on currently. So then moving up, I put all of like my packing material over here, so envelopes, foam paper, cardboard, and more like foam boards, all that stuff I need for packaging my art when I ship it out. And then moving up one more, I have all stuff that I'm selling and just random stuff that I have to get around to. And then on the top, I just have all of my bags that all of my film equipment came in. That's just stuffed in one big bag. And then in here, I have instruction manuals for all the furniture that I bought and built that's in my studio right now. The wheels to my easel that I didn't put on because I wouldn't be moving my easel around. I just keep that all up here because I don't want to throw it away in case I need it. And then behind this bag, I have a frame. And so I'm gonna draw something specifically to fit it in this frame. So then moving on a little bit further in to my studio, I have my storage drawer unit. I don't like the way this is organized, but for right now, on top, I'm keeping my iPad and my Google Home. I also have a remote to my lighting. And then on top of this other one, I have my work agenda, my work to-do list, my glasses, and some fidget toys. In here, I have art materials that I don't grab very often. It's mediums that I don't usually work with. I just keep them because in case I want to experiment in the future, I have them. In here, I have electronic stuff. I have a wire for my microphone. I have extra lighting. I think this is my LED lighting. I have my battery for my camera. I just have more electronics in here. There's adapters and USBs and stuff in that container. And then the bottom two are empty. This top drawer just has paper in it. Then in this drawer, I have pads of paper. So this is Bristol board paper, canvas paper for acrylic paint, and this is watercolor paper that I don't use for watercolors. I use for my ink drawings. In here, I had enough jewelry making supplies that I filled up an entire drawer. So this is just all jewelry making supplies. In here, I have crafting supplies. In here, I have loose leaf paper. In here, I have my sketchbooks that I'm currently using. So I'm planning on making a reading journal. So I've just been collecting materials that maybe I'd want to use in my reading journal. And then the bottom two are empty. And then moving on to, let's do my shelves. This was in my living room, but I hung it up in my studio. This is one of the drawings that I'm the most proud of. It took me over 100 hours. And then on my shelves, I have art that I've done in past videos, my sculpture that took me way too long, my ukulele, this I did in high school, which I wanted to do more sculpting because I had so much fun with this. On the top shelf, more art that I've done that I really love. These are honestly all of like my favorite paintings and my favorite art that I've done, so I wanted those on display. And then underneath here is my desk where I have my computer, my microphone, I have headphones for when I edit, a mini garbage can, a stand for my phone, some Tums, and my water bottle. And then over here is an empty space, so if ever I want to do art, I have a spot to do it, and I have a little light so that I can have better lighting for my art that I do over here. But most of my art that I'm not going to be doing on my easel is going to be done on my drafting desk. I have two lights attached to my drafting desk. Right now I have this little arm thing because when I did my intro and my outro, I connected my phone to here to point to where I was. And then let's move on to the drawers. In here I have my pencil cases. I've made enough videos of what's inside these pencil cases. I don't need to make another one. So if you want to see what's inside these pencil cases, just go watch my studio tour or my studio cleaning up video that I made a while ago. In here I have just my gel pens, and then I have more pencil cases with extra stuff. I also keep my recycling and my garbage in this corner. I think maybe in the future I want to figure out something to put in this corner because it feels a little bit empty right now. I'm gonna hang a piece of art over here. I just don't know what yet because on this side I have a drawing, but on this side it don't, so it's kind of like uneven. Then above my drafting table I have a canvas that I got from HMV that closed down a while ago in Canada. I hung it up on this wall. I think it looks cool. And then around this canvas I'm gonna put art from other artists that I eventually collect. I have some, I just have to like hunt them down because I don't remember where I put them. So this is my studio. This is like the furthest I can get. This is the best I can do for like an overview of my studio. I think it looks really good. It's gonna work really well for what I need it for, and I'm really excited about it. So that's my new studio. I love it. It's not the most extravagant thing in the entire world, but I see the difference in my mood when I come down here and in my productivity and just being in a space that looks pleasing and is bright and open, and I feel like I can actually breathe in here. It just makes my day-to-day life more pleasant, and it makes me want to work, or not want to work, but like it makes me want to be in my workspace because I'm here for 6, 7, 8 hours a day, it's a lot. So it was important to me to have a space that I actually really, really love. This is just a quick little part 2 to my previous video. If you want to support me in my art, you can go subscribe to my Patreon. Follow me on Instagram. I have coloring books out. Everything that I do is going to be linked in the description. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to me or like this video. I will see you guys next week.